Now, Schrader's theory, which is very, very insightful, he says that in each scene, Oedipus meets a person who is the age of his father. The first one is Tiresias, the age of his father. The second one is Creon, the age of his father. The third one is the messenger, the age of his father. And the shepherd, the age of his father. Okay? So all of them could have been his parent, his father. Right? They are all what we call father figures. Okay? They are all father figures. And there are also more similarities than just age among them. Can anyone think or tell me what kind of similarity they have in their relationship with Oedipus? Anything in their relationship with Oedipus? When Oedipus accuses Creon and is mad and angry, what does Creon try to do?
To calm him down.
To calm him down. Before that, Tiresias didn't exactly. Tiresias refused to talk in order to protect him. And in the past, he didn't say, look, this is the killer, right? So we have Tiresias protecting him like a father. We have Creon trying to calm him down, which is a kind of protection like a father. Now listen to me, reason with me, okay? And then the messenger is coming with news that raises gives Oedipus even more power, even more benefit than he already has. You're not only a king, but a double king. You're not only king on Thebes, but also on Corinth. So he's raising the status of Oedipus' status, giving him more power. And so he is the one who is the father who, and he is also, isn't he the father who, like the sort of, didn't he do the sort of fatherly thing of saving his life also? I mean, no, the shepherd didn't kill him. The shepherd saved his life physically, but the messenger took him from a shepherd's son, from having to grow up with shepherds, and gave him to the king and queen. He's the one who raises shepherds from nothing to become the heir to the throne, right, in Corinth. And the shepherd, what did he do for Oedipus?
He saved his life.
Sorry?
He saved his life.
He saved his life at the beginning, didn't kill him, right? And exactly.
And then he tried to save him again.
Yes.
But under pressure, he is saved.
Yes, exactly. And he's trying to save it again, but under pressure he said, and refused. And remember, not just under pressure, but the truth is almost already known. That is, the messenger is still there pushing. Yeah. Don't you remember? Okay, fine. So we have now four father figures, okay? Father figures. Now, let's notice how they are arranged. The first one is Tiresias. Okay, what is Tiresias? He's a prophet. Okay. Which means...
He's wise man.
Yes,
Vision.
spiritual vision, right? So, spiritual connection. Spiritual identity. Because to the Thebans, his identity, his value is spiritual. So I'm going to write spiritual identity. Okay? What about Creon?
His brother.
Yes, exactly. But what was he doing all this time when Oedipus was a king?
He's advising him.
Advising him on which level? Spiritual level?
No.
Political. You're right. He gave him political advice. Yeah, how to run the country.
Yeah.
Right? How to run the state, what to do. He was supporting him politically. So Creon is the political advisor, and this is a political identity. It involves decisions. what to do, okay, in any situation in his country, which is a city-state. He must make decisions, and the decisions have moral value. What is the right thing to do? So Creon was his advisor. So it is the political identity, and this is spiritual identity, and I would say, and moral. Is right or wrong? Okay. Now, Tiresias on the spiritual level, the action involves wisdom. That is, he has wisdom. So, wisdom. Now, when you're a wise person, then you want to act. The action you choose to take, okay, you decide to take, it should be taken with what is called prudence. Okay, prudence is wisdom put in practice, all right? So being practically wise. And I will write prudence here. Of course, Creon was asking him to be prudent. Stop being so angry, and listen to somebody else, listen to me, reason with me, right? So he's asking him to be prudent. Now, the next one is the messenger. The messenger, I know Nishri remembers what identity he has.
The messenger, he was a shepherd, and he is now a messenger, so he is social climber.
Exactly. The messenger is the social climber. He was rewarded when he took Oedipus from the shepherd and gave him to the king and queen of Corinth, who did not have any children, and they pretended he was his own. They now have an heir to the throne. They rewarded him. They gave him a reward. Of course, now the messenger wants a reward from Oedipus, because now he's also bringing good news to Oedipus. And we find it in scene 3, towards the end of scene 3. It is look at line 90, look at line 88 or line 87. The messenger says, as for that, you must be reassured by the news that you did not kill your father. That is, Oedipus was asking, would you have me kill my father? You want me to go back and kill my father? Okay. As for that, you must be reassured by the news I gave you. The news that he was not the son of either. And Oedipus tells him, if you could reassure me, I would reward you. Right, same thing. He's looking for a reward. What does the messenger say? I had that in mind. Yes, I had that in mind, right? He admits that, yes, of course, yeah, he had that in mind. He's going to write. So he's a social climber, and so the messenger has a social identity. He is the social climber. Somebody who climbs in society from the bottom to the top is somebody who has experienced all social classes. Like the bottom of the society and the top of the society have become part of his character. So now, then the shepherd. The shepherd lives outside the city, lives with animals, and he saved Oedipus physically, right? Physically, he saved Oedipus's life physically. So he has a physical identity or natural identity, right? He is associated with animals. Now, let us look at what Oedipus does with them. Here, his quarrel with Tiresias is on the spiritual level. You are ignorant, no, you are ignorant. You are not only blind in your eyes, you are blind in your physical eyes, you are blind in your, in your insight, that you have no insight, that's not true. So Oedipus accuses him on the spiritual level. You have no spiritual insight, okay? And Tiresias accuses him the same. Right? You are the one, you have eyes, physical eyes, but you are the one who is blind. You are the one who is ignorant. So their quarrel is on the level of ignorance and knowledge, of wisdom and non-wisdom. right? And it is therefore on insight or non-insight, and this is a spiritual level. Now, Crayon is trying to make him prudent. Listen to me, stop shouting, stop being angry, just give it a chance, reason with me. So here, the action is on the political level, even the quarrel, not just the character, but the quarrel between Theseus and Creon is on the political level. You want to take my throne. You want to be king in my place. It's on the political level. Now, the social identity. The social identity here, the messenger is coming to him to raise Oedipus's identity to a higher level, even than now. Okay, before he raised him from a shepherd's son to a king's son, and now he's coming to double his kingship. So, yes, the messenger is the father who took care of Oedipus's social well-being, of his social interests, all right? Now, the messenger would expect something in return, that his own social interests would be taken care of. Now, of course, Oedipus, he doesn't shout at him or quarrel with him, but he doesn't give him the reward. He's not there. Oedipus is not interested in what the messenger is doing. He has to find out certain truths about himself. So the messenger, of course, is disappointed, although there's no quarrel, but there's also a disappointment. And we know that in Oedipus's mind, the passion is raised of, first of all, the inner conflict to go to Corinth or not. No, I cannot go to Corinth. My mother is still alive. And then the worst passion, when he discovers that he is not the son of Polybus and Corinth. All right. He does not reward the messenger. He goes through some form of passion, all right, purpose, passion, perception, as we said, and his perception is now, he's coming, who am I? And then in the end, he is quarreling with the shepherd, not just quarreling, he is attacking the shepherd. He wants to torture him and even threatens him with death. So this is a physical attack. This is a physical quarrel. So now Oedipus himself, the action of the play, begins on the spiritual level. Even in the prologue, before that, Oedipus is saying, you are all children of people who are semi-divine, people who are part man, part God. So he is himself also part man, part God like them, right? So now, and with Tiresias, they begin on the spiritual level, then they move to the political level, the action then moves to the social level, and finally it descends to the physical level where Oedipus himself, his actions are physical. He's threatening him with torture and death. All right, so the action goes down, right, until in the end Oedipus discovers these are very. You see the structure. There is so much, it's so much care. It has been the play has been so carefully authored. Aristotle thinks that this is like the best tragedy, and tragedy is the best of all drama, and so this is the best play that he has, although in Greek literature there was a lot of Greek literature. It's not like he had just a few examples. He had a great amount of literature in front of him. All right, so next time